Hello and welcome to episode 6 of The Witch and Her Apprentice series. There are more episodes on my channel and other series as well, and if you're after adult content or you'd just like to support the channel, there's a link to my Patreon down below. If you have any comments, leave them below. I love hearing from you guys, and as always, I hope you enjoy. Oh, hello. Were you waiting for me this whole time? Well, that's very sweet of you, but I was gone a while. Were you really here the whole time? Oh, you silly thing. But thank you. I dropped the potion off to Evie for her young lady that she's treating. Got stuck talking. Well, listening. Evie tends to do most of the talking. Like I said, she's a bit mad. Did you change your mind after all and want to come? You could have followed behind, Evie would love to meet you. Well, you feel safer here. Well, then here you shall stay. But perhaps we shall venture out somewhere together on another day. Somewhere close. I just don't want you getting stuck here, as lovely as it is. And it's still quite the walk home, so let's get going. Well, I was curious to ask what you had been up to all day, but I guess I have my answer. Watching the world go by. Any other travellers along the path? Oh, well, that's not surprising. Not many people venture out to where the witches live. I may have spread some of the rumours myself to help that along. I regret nothing. But weren't you lonely out here? Or bored? Oh, is he in your pocket? Hello, Roland. How are you? The upsides of having a frog for a familiar. Tiny enough for pockets. Oh, you even have a bit of moss in there for him. Well, it does seem very snug. Or perhaps I should find a spell to make me that small, and I could travel in your pocket all day. No, it sounds perfect to me. How cozy to be with you always. If you're still content to continue this new sort of companionship of ours, that is. I'm glad. Witches live a very long time. There's no rush for anything, don't ever think there is. Besides, that takes some of the romance out of it, don't you think? Rushing. I want every second. Why speed through any of it? Then while we walk, would you like to hold my hand? I can lead you home. See? We fit so snugly together. And I did say there's no rush, but I said nothing about being excited, happy. So are you still content to share the bed with me tonight? Every night. Not to do anything, just to sleep, if you want. Or we can do things, if you want. Either way. I just want to be close to you. I'm just glad I met you, is all. We can stop for a moment, have a rest. It's a little too warm for comfort today. Lovely, but warm. You look happy. Not just in this current moment, but overall. You just look so much happier. I invited you here, but I didn't force you to come. That was still your decision. It's all been your decisions that have led you here. You've built yourself up. I just have been privileged enough to watch you flourish. You are most certainly more confident. I can tell. I'm glad you feel it. You want to show me how confident you've gotten, and how will you show me? That is very confident indeed. You look very smug with yourself. Like the cat that got the cream. Or the Frederick that got the catnip. It just feels a little surreal, I suppose. I have thought about kissing you for the longest time. Kissing your lips and your cheeks and your nose and your hair. And then actually doing it, I feel like I've been thrust back into a dream. I'm rather afraid I'll blink and wake up. I won't, will I? Are you quite sure? I'm sure there is a spell to make one small enough to fit in a pocket. Though I don't know it off the top of my head. And you'd want to make sure you knew the spell for getting big again, or you may find yourself in a bit of a pickle. You'd like to learn those sorts of spells. I suppose, yes, it is time we advance your education a bit. You've got a good grasp on the basics, which will only get better as time goes on. So, what next, my lovely pupil? There's potions, transformation, weather work. Is that what I did when? What did I do? When I scared off the men who were chasing you. Yes, it was weather work. I harnessed the lightning. A little bit of wind. Weather work it is, then. A fine discipline to focus on. We can start tomorrow, if you like. The weather seems like it's going to be pleasant for a while yet, but the next time there's a storm, remind me and we'll run outside, get soaked to our bones, and I'll show you how to harness thunder and lightning. They're surprisingly accommodating elements. They like to be helpful, so I think you'll get the hang of it in no time. And you, Roland, I'm sure you'll appreciate the wet weather more than us even. Frederick most certainly does not, which is part of the reason I focus so heavily on potions. It's indoors, always warm, smells good most of the time, and there's always a chance that catnip will be used in a potion. I told you he has a problem, but I also told you how familiars will influence you. I think Roland is perfect for you, and you for him. I'm perfect for you too, am I? Oh, that's very kind of you. Perfect isn't a word I'd use to describe myself. We're nearly home. No more work for the rest of the day, No more studying either. Dinner, relaxing, reading, more dinner perhaps, third dinner even. Then sleep. Together.